Hi, do you feel somehow that opportunities avoid you? Are you being pushed around by other people, maybe at work, at home, wherever? Do you feel that you are just like reacting on whatever is happening around you? You are then probably among those 78% of the population that are stuck in the lower levels of self-growth. That means that you kind of let external events, external people affect how you feel. Kind of like preventing you from having your own thoughts, or at least having the control of your own thoughts. Now, in order for you to rise from the lower levels of consciousness or personal growth, you need to take control of your thoughts. I mean, after all, they are your thoughts. So instead of just reacting to what's happening around you, just reacting what somebody else is saying or doing or whatever, you take control of your thoughts, and therefore you take control of your emotional states, your feelings. And when you have control of your feelings, your emotional states, you have control of your behavior. So that means that instead of just reacting on something that's happening around you in your environment, you choose your own perception, your own reaction on whatever is going on. And the funny thing is that when you change your thoughts and your perception and your behavior, the environment starts to change, or at least it will appear to be different. So instead of the environment or other people controlling you, you start to take control of the environment. Because when you choose how you react on things, you choose your perception, how you view events and other people. Then when your behavior changes, it affects also the way people treat you and the environment, how that responds to your behavior. So when you take control of your behavior, and therefore you start to interact with your environment in a different way, you rise from the lower level of self-growth or consciousness to a higher level. Instead of being the victim of circumstances or environment, you start to be in charge of what is going on. First of all, inside you, and then by changing your behavior, you will start to influence and take control of the environment. So how to get there? There are a few steps really. One is to really become aware of your values, meaning like what is important to you. And start to kind of respect also those things that are important to you. And then with those values, you also start to set better goals for yourself, well-formed goals. Because those goals and those values, they really guide your life, your behaviors, your thoughts, and so on. And when you add to that, becoming aware of your beliefs, meaning like what do you really believe about yourself, other people, and the world around you. And when necessary, when you detect some limiting beliefs, then when you change those beliefs into more serving beliefs, more empowering beliefs, then you really change your perceptions, how you view yourself, the people, and the world around you. So the point is, with all those things, is also that you change those things that don't work for you and don't serve you. And then by all those things, you change your thinking, your behaviors, and then funny thing is that things around you start to change. You are no longer a victim of your environment, but you start to take control of yourself and with that also the environment. Now, most people try to do all those things by themselves. Now, I don't know how long you've been trying to change those things by yourself, but like Albert Einstein has defined insanity, saying that insanity is that you do the same things over and over again and expect different kinds of results. That's just insane. If you want different kinds of results, you need to change something. So if you have been trying to do all those things like changing your thinking or behaviors and so on by yourself with no results or very, very thin results, I think it's time you start to look somewhere else. The problem is that our brain and our mind likes what is familiar. So making those changes and even seeing what you are capable of changing, even to change your perceptions, is very difficult because your brain and your mind likes what is familiar. Your brain, your mind has learned something, some sort of patterns. And when they start to feel familiar, it's very difficult to change them. So in order for you to change those patterns, those thinking patterns and those behavioral patterns, it very often requires help from outside. Now, pay attention. It doesn't mean that you, again, are like a victim of the environment, so victim or influenced by other people. A good coach will help you to see those things in yourself and make those changes. A coach does not change you. They guide you to make those changes yourself. So, where can you find some help? I mean, I suggest if you are really just starting out, then start with books. There are a lot of books available. And then when you kind of get some ideas of how it works, what is possible, but even before, if you want, hire a coach or go to a seminar, a self-growth seminar, NLP course, neuro-linguistic course, licensed practitioner of NLP course. For example, there are a lot of alternatives. The main point is that you need to start doing things differently. I hope you have found this video helpful for you. And thanks for watching it, and if I can be of any help, please do not hesitate to contact me. You will find my information at the end of this video or underneath somewhere in the comments or whatever. So thank you so much and be well.